Greetings to you, my lovely viewers out there, and welcome to another episode of Spurs on your favorite channel. And in this edition, I'm going to review the Chelsea Tottenham Spurs game, which ended 2-2. And I must say, because of time issues beyond my schedule, the preview was not on YouTube, but I really worked on that in TikTok. That's why I said you should link all my accounts. TikTok Fauzan Miller HD, and then YouTube Fauzan Hound Sports, and then at Twitter Fauzan1, on Instagram at Fauzan1, and then on Facebook Fauzan space Miller space capital H capital T. And please do, if it happens to be your first time of running into this video, please do hit the subscribe button and touch the notification bell for me, and so that you are notified anytime a video is uploaded on this platform. And also do well to share the program to as many viewers as possible. As I always say, the greatest disservice to mankind is to deny or refuse to share an information which will benefit a greater number of people. And thank you very much for the support you've been giving me all this while. It was a game of two halves, and as you are aware, and it was a night for some of the players, and a game of two halves in which Chelsea dominated and controlled the first half. When you look at the lineup of the first half, Edouard Mendy imposed Trevor Chalobah, Antonio Rudiger, Ket Zuma, N'Golo Kante, Mateo Kovacic in middle, Kalidou Sinodoi, Marcus Alonso in the middle for Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, and it was a night for Hakim Ziyech, and it was a night in which Hakim Ziyech justified his inclusion in the Chelsea team. As you are aware, there were so many rumors here and there as to the future of Hakim Ziyech, and some tabloids are going to the extent of saying that Thomas Tuchel will want to put Hakim Ziyech on a transfer after one season. Will want to keep Hakim Ziyech on. We want to put him on transfer list after just one season, and so this was a platform for Hakim Ziyech to justify himself that he really belongs in the Chelsea first team. Not really belongs, but really even deserves to be playing in the first 11. And there were also some a few disappointments for Timo Werner as usual, and Tottenham Spurs also dominated the later part of the second half. As you are aware, the first and the earlier part of the first half was dominated by Chelsea. Chelsea getting the first goal through Hakim Ziyech, and then also getting the second goal in the early part of the second half through the same Hakim Ziyech. And before Tottenham Spurs took control of the game and equalizing first goal deflected through the legs of Antonio Rudiger to displace Edouard Mendy imposed for Chelsea, and also the second goal, Steve Bergwijn also got the better half of Mendy by shooting in between the legs of Mendy, and so thus resulting in the match ending 2-2. And there was a positive impact from our first 11, as I must say, because as you are aware, there were so many changes too in this encounter. So remember, we're still in preseason, and the coach, was even merely the last match, official match of the coach, to test his players with respect to the tactics that you want to deploy against Sevilla in the against Villarreal in the Super Cup next Wednesday. And so it was an opportunity for him to also shuffle his cards to ensure that he has an appropriate formation or formula going into the game against Sevilla next week. And so not surprising at all. We saw so many changes in the second half. The likes of Malang Sarr, Tammy Abraham. Malang Sarr had a poor evening, I must say. Tammy Abraham also didn't get the best of the game, didn't get his positive performance again after doing well against Arsenal. Christian Pulisic was also on and off. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was calm, nothing to really write over. Timio Bakayoko didn't impress that much. Ethan Ampadu was quite solid at the back. Occasionally had to even stretch to clear a ball from the goal line, which could have resulted in another goal against Chelsea. David Zappacosta also running along the wings and didn't offer so much, honestly. Faustino and Jorin was promising in the second half because I saw him had a take on 1 or 2, 3 occasions. He had a successful take on, but the final product, a clinical end product, wasn't there. Matt Miazga also came in quite. Kennedy, I also saw Kennedy doing retail well in so many months. The first time I see Kennedy trying to put himself in the game, and the game really, it was Hakim Ziyech day, I must say. It was the day for Hakim Ziyech, as on the side of the Chelsea, or even on the match in particular. He, when his vote even given the man of the match, it wouldn't surprise me at all. And it was a day of Champions League trophy parade. Prior to kickoff, the Champions League trophy was on display as the team, Cesar Azpilicueta, the captain of the side, had to go around to cheer the supporters by lifting the trophy and celebrating with them because of the, as you are aware, because of the restrictions of the COVID-19. The team has not played in front of the supporters in a long time, for a long while. Though I quite remember in the second part of the the just ended season, the last season, there were a point in time in which some percentage of supporters were limited number of supporters were allowed onto the field to cheer Chelsea on. But now is the time they had most of them back at the stadium in this game, and so it was a good performance for some Chelsea players. As I said, others too didn't seize the opportunity to impress the coach, and so still there are, as some tabloids said, the coach indicates that there are so many players that he needs, more than 40 players that he needs to trim down, of course, to 25, 26, 24, because as you are aware, the Premier League can't work with so many of those players there, and so there would be a need for some of them to be put out on loan, others to be sold if proper buyers come in, because Chelsea want to raise money. As you are aware, the deal for Romelu Lukaku is almost on, and in a few days should be done, barring any last minute unforeseen changes. The deal should be done, and so Chelsea needs money to prop up that deal. And I must say, we need the club, we need Lukaku for the Super Cup, as you are aware. And so the team, Chelsea, is leaving no stone unturned in trying to land Romelu Lukaku. And now, one important lesson in this match that I will highlight is that the talk of Hakim Ziyech leaving for AC Milan should be put to rest. And now the issue is that Hakim Ziyech should stay because he has justified in this match enough. And the ratings for the players, let me give you the ratings for the players. Edouard Mendy had a good afternoon once again, but I will can't really fault him as much. But for the goal of Steven Bergwijn, should have done better anyway, so I'll give him 6. You know, Mendy, the way I like my Mendy, of course. Kurt Zuma also had a quiet afternoon before he was substituted, so I'll give him 6.5. Trevor Chalobah, I'll give him 6. Antonio Rudiger 6 because he deflected a goal into the net. Marcus Alonso also 6. N'Golo Kante 7. Remember, he won the first ball, the ball that resulted in Chelsea getting the first goal. He gave the first assist for Hakim Ziyech to score our first goal, and so I'll give him 7.5. Matthew Kovacic also won a Kalum Osinodo. I didn't see much of him. Hakim Ziyech, I'll give him 8. Kai Havertz was also quiet, so 6. Timo Werner 6.5, as he was missing the chances once again. And I must say it was an important evening for the coach to also to cross his T's and then dot his I's, and also he should finalize the details for the game against Sevilla. But I know there will be one match, indoor match, between the Chelsea team for the coach to finalize his tactical approach towards the game against Sevilla. So without much ado, I'll say thank you for joining me on this important review of the game between Chelsea and Tottenham Spurs with the scoreline Chelsea 2, Tottenham Spurs 2. Don't forget to share the video to as many viewers as possible. Thank you. Keep on subscribing and keep on dramming the message to tell your friends to also join the platform, especially football and Chelsea lovers, as well as tennis lovers, to join this platform. Cheers. I love you wherever you are. Bye-bye.